We are almost there, almost to the end of the week, almost to Christmas, December 22nd, 2022, a Thursday it happens to be. And that means, doing the math, 3 days till Christmas, 2 days till we'll talk about that. The Super Bowl of Christmas shopping, which is Christmas Eve, which happens to be on Saturday. We'll talk about that in a bit. Let's talk about me very quickly first. Me, my name is Jay Cleveland Payne. Let's talk about this. Things you might have heard. This is a recap of stories from the past 30 hours for you to kind of get a good start to your morning, the day, early morning, and have some things to talk about on your coffee chat, your bus chat, your water cooler chat going forward. We provide for you this thing as a not quite public service. It is for profit, or tries to be for profit. So hopefully you are profiting from the knowledge that we're giving to you. If that is the case, you can help us profit from keeping things going by going to our website and visiting thisisaconversationproject.com/partnerships. We are putting special light on partnerships this week because we're running out of time. It's pledge drive time. We're getting ready for 2023 and want to make sure that we can keep this thing going well into the year. This thing started in this format August, September, just out of the fallout again of the newsletter, and it turned into something, and it's grown into something that's a pretty good thing. We think it is. I think it is. And so if you think it is too, you want to help us out, keep things going, stop by the partnerships page and see what you need to help us out. In the meantime, in the right now time, let's talk about the stories, 8 of them for today. First off, Arch Manning, elite QB recruit, officially signs letter of intent. That is a good deal. Arch Manning, who is the son of Cooper Manning and the grandson of Archie Manning and the nephew of Eli and Peyton Manning. You may have heard of those two guys. He is officially out of high school. He'll be graduating this year, going to college. He signed his letter of intent. He's going to Texas. Hook 'em horns. You've won the lottery. Arch Manning, one of the biggest signings in the world, and what should be, more or less, based on this talent of his pedigree, a good fit, is going to Texas. Now, granted, he's Cooper's son, not Peyton's son, not Eli's son, but there you go. He's still Archie's grandson. He's going to Tennessee. Of course, Archie and Cooper and Eli all went to Ole Miss, and then, of course, Peyton went to Tennessee. Moving on to story number 2. This is a very sad one that we popped in there. It was a very, very big, heavily reacted to story as it popped in, live news basically. Toronto, 8 teenage girls charged with deadly stabbing. Police say 8 teenage girls aged between 13 and 16 attacked a 59-year-old man in downtown Toronto on Saturday night. That man has not been named yet. Was assaulted and stabbed by the 8 teenagers in Toronto's downtown core. Following an altercation, the man was rushed to a nearby hospital and serious injuries and died shortly after. They've not called the teenage girls a gang, but the attack came just hours before a mass shooting in Vaughan, Ontario. We talked about that earlier in the week. 3 of the girls had prior run-ins with police. To move on to the next story. This is the guy this is the woman with the guy who is in our teaser picture today. That's Sam Bankman-Fried, FBF, as the kids like to call him. His ex-girlfriend, one of the co-founders of FTX, pled guilty to criminal charges, which means things are really rolling in this case. That being Carolyn Ellison. She pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit wire fraud on lenders, commodities fraud, securities fraud, a lot of frauds, money laundering, as well. Also include other folks who were pleading guilty to the case as well. But the charges, the Securities and Exchange Commission charged Ellison and Wang, one of the other co-founders, with fraud. And Wang's attorney said his clients accepted responsibility for his actions. The announcement came after Bankman-Fried said he was going to waive his extradition. He should be in the States right now, so all the pushing on him should essentially be a day, making it not quite a Christmas miracle, because the problem with this is all the money that they took is very much still gone. Our next story, NFL nearing rights deal to Google's YouTube TV, read that 3 times fast, for Sunday ticket game package. Ta-da! The National Football League is finalizing a deal with Google's YouTube TV to broadcast its subscription-only package games. The deal will not include a stake in NFL media, which the league has been shopping along with Sunday Ticket. One of the people said the NFL has been seeking a buyer for Sunday Ticket willing to pay between $2 billion and $3 billion. A deal could be announced by the end of the fall. If you are a lover of Sunday Ticket and you love our YouTube TV is one of our sponsors that we hot here all the time. Cut the cord at YouTube TV. Check it out at thisisaconversationproject.com/YouTube TV. Little plug there. Help us out with that one. If you love that, it looks like Sunday Ticket, if you're a big football fan, is a reason to step up to the game to maybe go that route as well. AMC backs away from talks to acquire Cineworld theaters. This hurts me more personally than anything else because I am a stockholder of Cineworld, which is basically tanked, but went up when the thought process of Cineworld being bought out was going to happen. Right now, apparently that's not going to happen. AMC's share price plummeted some 80% in the past 12 months, leaving it below where it traded to pre-pandemic 2019. The company's CEO has become something of an internet hero, engaging regularly with seemingly quite earnestly with new shareholders on Twitters. This is all about a part of the old meme stock. AMC is a meme stock, and the meme stock was boosted up to buy out this other bad company. AMC preferred stock program failed to raise capital with Cineworld's lenders, and the company's liquidity is fast running dry. The company's outlook for 2013 is poor, and some box office analysts are expecting an even weaker theatrical slate in 2022. Movies should not be as good for this year or next year, so AMC is not making enough money to actually buy Cineworld like they expect they're going to happen. We shall see if the stock price goes up, if the Cineworld stock goes down, if the theaters go out of business, and if that stock tanks. Clicking the wrong one too fast because I think I'm someplace else. Congressman-elect George Santos lied about grandparents fleeing anti-Jewish persecution during World War II. So this guy, you've got to check out the link on this guy. This guy is a piece of work. George Santos made a little bit of history over the past election cycle. Take a breath. 34-year-old became the first openly gay Republican to win a House seat as a non-incumbent, but of course, lied about his heritage in the process. He's lied about a lot of things in the process and essentially told a nice big long tale about his grandparents escaping the Holocaust. Not true. Other things not true include there I go, got lost. Other things that weren't included is they didn't respond to other things, including his record, his where he went to college, some of the accolades that he's earned. Essentially, a big old fat, really, really badly, poorly photoshopped resume was put up to run for Congress. He won, and now they're realizing it's all bad and all fake. So they'll probably find a way to censure him and pull him out because he literally lied on the application, and nobody thought to take any time to put any work into it, including me, who has I have 12 bullets on this guy's, and I didn't take time to organize them, so I'm fumbling through them fairly badly. Let's move on, please. Sean Hannity admits he never believed Trump's election fraud lies. Ha! What? Ha! What? So Sean Hannity had to actually testify in a deposition on what he thought about the election fraud, what he thought about Trump saying he actually won the election and everything was a lie. He said something to the fact of never believed it for a second. Not 1 minute. Thought it was all fake. Pretty much thought it was a dumb idea. That was his words to actual people, actual adults, in the deposition on the things going that. Now, Sidney Powell was the lawyer, air quotes, that pushed this thing, and Hannity essentially said under oath in the records for people to find that he all thought it was a big old fat lie and was not really a bright idea. Your mileage may vary on that one going forward. Hallmark announces first 2023 Christmas movie starring Bethany Joy Lenz. We're not done with 2022. We still have Christmas to get to, literally 3 days to get to Christmas. And then they'll play these movies on through New Year's, and they'll play them on a bit through January because they put all the money into them. And then come February, March, they'll go to Toronto and start filming more pictures. The first one on the slate is going to star Bethany Joy Lenz. Congratulations. Lucy Collins has written this one. It is a script for the remake of the beloved holiday movie, His Merry Bride. Lucy travels to the Biltmore estate for research, knocks over an hourglass, and finds herself transported back in time to 1946, where she meets the dashing lead of His Merry Bride. Not quite named yet. So get ready for His Merry Bride coming in 2023 on the Hallmark Channel. Hallmark Channel cleaning up this year for holiday movies. We have some more details and stuff on that probably coming up tomorrow as we wrap things up. But Hallmark Channel is making bank. The other channel, not so much. And if you like drama, you can check it out on Hallmark. Hallmark is your channel for drama this season. Go figure. Now, let's talk about teases. Are you down with the teases? We're going to tease this story right here because we could talk about it tomorrow if you deem it one worthy to talk about. So the headline reads, COVID-19 and overdose deaths drive U.S. life expectancy to a 25-year low. Sounds interesting on the surface, but is this one worthy of taking over what your conversations wants to be? Yesterday, it was all about Arch Manning. And who knew? Today, we'll find out about today for tomorrow, or some words like that. You want to talk about this COVID-19 coming up in one of the big things that's pushing down the lows for our mortality. It is essentially COVID-19, I think, is third on the list. We'll go deeper into this if you want to do this with overdoses. Believe it or not, so many overdoses coming in 2022 and the prior years prior. Go to our feeds on Facebook.com and Twitter.com. Facebook.com/This Is a Conversation Project and Twitter.com/TH_conversation, and let us know. If you want to see this, engage in the stories. Like them, love them, hate them, share them. The more engagement you give to the story, the higher chance you get to talk about it tomorrow. But first, hydration break. Excuse me. And then, quick talk about a gift for yourself. As we're rounding out the year, we're basically running out of time to tell you things to go get gifts for. Today is Thursday, so you've not got that gift ordered right now or can't find it in the store, you're kind of screwed. So you might as well work on yourself and get working on your money and your future, your finances going forward. Check out Fundrise before the year's over and see if you want to get yourself started with a fund that's going to get you into real estate investing a brand new way. Now, I have said all year long, I started Fundrise in January this year as a curiosity thing that I saw. And then later in that month, I became an affiliate, and so I've been pitching what they had. And even though I didn't have much time spent with Fundrise, it looked like a great deal, and I went with it. Fundrise is the only investment I've had this year that is in the positive. It has made money. I'm not, Scrooge McDuck swimming in a vault full of money, but it has made money over 12 months, over 4 quarters. And we'll see what happens as we're, 3 days and a week into this last quarter. But Fundrise is something that has worked for me. They are, think of money manager folks, except they're investment manager folks. They go out and buy real estate and they manage it. They rent it out. They sell it. They upsell it. They do stuff with that. Land, houses, single family houses, things like that. And they take care of the portfolio for you. And you just invest in it and they work it out there. As I said, as far as I know, no shenanigans, no massive money, no FTX likes money, trust me. But it's been positive all year long. All 12 months of the year. Check it out at thisisaconversationproject.com/fundrise. This is a conversationproject.com/fundrise. Say it slowly. This is a conversationproject.com/fundrise. And maybe they can be a part of your portfolio to expand it. Remember, you can always lose money in investments. That's how they work. I have been blessed that this year I've not lost any money. There have been some chances or some not big gains have happened, but no money lost in anything I put in the Fundrise this year. This is a Conversation Project is our website, our home, where we live, where it is. Check us out at thisisaconversationproject.com for all details, all things behind the scenes. You can see more of the things we're doing. We're trying to ramp up to for 2022. Things that we've popped in and popped out. We're looking for ways to get things done. And of course, we're asking for your help. So stop by our partnerships page and see there's a way that you can directly hook up with us, directly partner up with what we have going on so that we can work together better. Or sponsors, just, you buy something that you love and we get a little kickback from that from the sponsor. It doesn't cost you anything extra, so you can check that as well. Plus all the many places we are, including a TikTok. We had a TikTok yesterday. It was glorious. Well, it was there. It was Arch Manning, so it was there. Check us out, all our places and all the stuff we're doing at thisisaconversationproject.com. Now, today things to make things a little more fun. We go over some things to make this more morning show-ish and, stretch a little bit. December 22nd is the day, 3 days till Christmas. Hector Alonso turning 86 on the day. Happy birthday to that great silver fox, Hector Alonso. Yeah. Rafael Eduardo Cruz, known as Ted. Not sure why it's got Ted where Ted came from, but his actual full name is Rafael Edward Cruz, and he is 52 years old today. That's freaky because he seems like he's just a horrible person, which he probably is. But like we're like peers, we're like basically the same age. So like I, in theory, could be a senator in the United States and have everybody hate me. So there's potential. I could do that. That could have been me. That could have been me. It could have been me. Megan Trainor, all about that bass and all about that birthday drum. 29 years old today on December 22nd. Thank you so much for all the good hard work you do. Maybe not so much for Ted Cruz, definitely for Hector Alonso. Cookie Exchange Day. Today is the official day for cookie exchanges because it's a few days out from Christmas. In most cases, this is more or less one of the few days that you have left to work with people or be around regular folks in your general wanderings around. Because Christmas is on a Sunday this year, it sort of throws everything off. But today is the day that you basically do your cookie exchange. Everybody back in the day would bake their cookies and go to work or go to neighbors and walk around with cookie tins. One year, JJ decided we were going to do cookie exchanges with our neighbors who we didn't know, which was kind of weird, but JJ just sort of does that type of stuff. And then we did it. So we baked some cookies, we put them in tins, we went to some neighbors, and she was like, here's some cookies. And they're like, oh, that's so sweet. And, we really didn't meet the neighbors. But we exchanged cookies. JJ kind of does that. She has that effect on folks. It kind of is. So, yeah. If you got cookie exchange working, today is the day. Distracted because there's a lot going on in this quiet room by myself, oddly enough. Now, the biggest shopping day of the holiday season is approaching, with 66% of American adults planning on or considering taking advantage of Super Saturday sales to complete their holiday gift list. Super Saturday, or Panic Saturday, is the last Saturday before Christmas, a major day of revenue for American retailers, marking the end of the shopping season they and many customers believe begins on Black Friday. Super Saturday targets last-minute shoppers, and it just so happens to fall the day before Christmas this year. So one of the things about Super Saturday or the day before Christmas, well, one thing about the day before Christmas shopping is things shut down at 6 o'clock. So that means you're going to be very, very limited in time. One thing about this year is that literally things shut down at 6 o'clock on Super Saturday. So be prepared to fight some folks for some gifts last minute, because I know you wait the last minute. Actually, I'm done. I've got some gift cards I need to pick up for a couple folks that were expecting gift cards, and I got time to get that. But all the gift stuff and all the planning and shopping for dinner, stuff like that, we're done. We're packed in. We're expecting a snow event today, which unfortunately I have to go to work and be snowed in for that. So yeah, no Super Saturday stuff for us, no Panic Saturday stuff for us. We're basically done. We're just going to kind of chill for a cold winter's night. We got a lot of tea, a lot of coffee, a lot of cocoa, and a big old container of chili. We are set. Hopefully you're set. Today is Thursday, December 22nd, 2022. In all seriousness, this big winter storm, which we've not put in the headlines because everybody pretty much knows is happening, is sweeping across the nation like the Beatles back in the day, and no one can escape it. There have been cancellations, delays, all sorts of stuff, and we're not getting our snow until sometime today, and hopefully it will be passed and be done with it. But we shall see. Temperatures will be down in the teens for a couple days. Here, below that in many other places. I think today in Chicago is like going to be like two degrees or something, and they're looking at lots of delays for the day. Be patient, be kind, as well as being hydrated and limber and on task, because it's going to be a fairly frustrating couple of days. Although once Christmas comes, we should all have peace and joy and love and all that great stuff. In the meantime, I've got to get to work today. Thought I was taking the day off, but I guess I'm getting to work. If you're working today, have a great day at work. If you're not working today, to enjoy whatever you have going on. We are going to still post this stuff all day long because I have a cell phone and I can do it via the magic of the 5G towers. Stories that you like, stories that you love, stories that you might not like, stories that you want to get a hold of. You just engage with them by following us on our feeds, and we can take care of that. Tomorrow, we'll tell you the 8 of the top stories that you dug into for the day and do some great stuff for the weekend. We've got some Christmas stuff planned because we've got a quiet Christmas. So since we've got not much going on, we'll pop in for some things here or there to kind of chit chat and go along with it. So Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy your day. Happy freaking holidays. We're done for this one. Let's do it again to wrap up the week tomorrow.